Hello. Huh.
Is it on?
Yes.
Bonjour, parlez-le français?
Oh God, she's gone French.
I thought it was Italian.
Is it?
I don't know. Should I look it up quickly before we start?
Look it up quickly.
Okay. So, are you gonna explain or am I?
I mean, I'm not very good at explaining.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be reading some creepypastas, also known as scary stories, in case you didn't know that. Creepypasta originates from the word copypasta, from being copy and pasted over and over again, but it's creepy this time, you know? And we're going to be reading a few stories, since we didn't do it last night, since we got way too confused on what to do.
I got tired.
Yeah. I tried actually making up for that and just doing a bend round one, but the estimated reading time was 32 minutes and I was so tired.
I nearly fell asleep while on call.
Yeah. So, oh god. So my throat's gonna go dry, but you know, that's Gucci. I'll just go get some water, because I drank it all on the way here.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus I needed the toilet, brother.
Oh.
Gotta cut me some slack. Okay, so the first one we will be doing is Smile Dog. I'm pretty sure most people have heard this one, but PM, I explained in the last video, PM wanted to do this one, because, like, the other ones are Dogscape Doors and the Licked Hand.
Doors.
You've got no idea. The doors are so scary, I swear. I walk into them nearly every day. Okay, anyway, we should start.
Alright.
Smile.dog, that was not very nice to say, because dog. Okay. Smile.dog. I first met in person with Mary E. in the summer of 2007. I'd arranged with her husband of 15 years, Terence, to see her for an interview. Mary had initially agreed, since I was not a newsman, but rather an amateur writer gathering information for a few early college assignments. And if all went according to plan, some pieces of fiction, we scheduled the interview for a particular weekend when I was in Chicago on unrelated business. By the last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in the couple's bedroom, refusing to meet with me. For half an hour I sat with Terence as we camped outside the bedroom door. I listened, taking notes while he attempted fruitlessly to calm his wife. Okay, PM. I'm gonna go get a drink. You know what you have to do while I'm getting a drink, right?
No.
Be back in a minute.
Okay, 4 minutes.
I'm back.
Nice.
I got a huge cup, so it's fine. You ready to start again?
Yeah.
Nice. The things Mary said made little sense, but fit with the pattern I was expecting. Though I could not see her, I could tell from her voice that she was crying, and more often than not her objections to speaking with me centered around an incoherent diatribe on her dreams, her nightmares. Terrence apologized profusely when we ceased the exercise, and I did my best to take it in stride. Recall that I wasn't a reporter in a search of story, but merely a curious young man in search of information. Besides, I thought at the time I could perhaps find another similar case if I put my mind and resources to it. Why is everyone scared of a dog?
Dog.
Dog. Mary E. was sized up for a small Chicago-based bulletin board system in 1992 when she first encountered Smile.jpg, and her life changed forever. She and Terrence had been married for only 5 months. Mary was one of an estimated 400 people who saw the image when it posted as a hyperlink on the BBS, though she is the only one who has spoken openly about the experience. The rest have remained anonymous or are perhaps dead. Lovely. In 2005, when I was only in 10th grade, Smile.jpg was first brought to my attention by my burgeoning interest in web-based phenomena. Mary was the most often cited victim of what is sometimes referred to as Smile.dog. The being Smile.jpg is reputed to display. What caught my interest, other than the obvious macabre elements of the cyber legend and my proclivity towards such things, was the sheer lack of information, usually to the point that people don't believe it even exists, other than a rumor or hoax. It is unique because though the entire phenomenon centers on a picture file, that file is nowhere to be found on the internet. Certainly not photo manipulators simulacras litter the web, showing up with the most frequency on the sites such as the image board 4chan, particularly the /x/dash focused paranormal subweeks, because they do not have the effect the true Smile.jpg is believed to have, namely sudden onset temporal lobe epilepsy and acute anxiety. Lovely.
Okay.
This purported reaction in the view is one of the reasons the phantom-like Smile.jpg is regarded with such disdain, since it is patently absurd, though depending on whom you ask, the reluctance to acknowledge Smile.jpg's existence might be just as much out of fear as it is out of disbelief. Neither Smile.jpg nor Smile.dog is mentioned anywhere on Wikipedia, though the website features articles on such other, perhaps more scandalous shock sites as hello.jpg or multiple girls and one liquid holder. Yeah, don't search that up. Any attempt to create a page pertaining to Smile.jpg is similarly deleted by any of the encyclopedia's many admins. Encounters with Smile.jpg are the stuff of internet legend Mary E. stories, not uni. There are unverified rumors of Smile.jpg showing up in the early days of Usenet, and even more persistent tale that in 2002 a hacker flooded the forums of humor and satire website. Something awful with a deluge of Smile.dog pictures, rendering almost half the forum's users at the time epileptic. Then fantastic. Don't you agree?
I have depression.
Oh, God. What?
I have depression.
Say.
Oh.
Anyone who doesn't take that as a joke, it's a joke. It is also said in the mid to late 90s, the Smile.jpg circulated on Usenet, there we go, and it has an attachment of a chain email with the subject line, "Smile, God loves you." Yet despite the huge exposure these stunts would generate, there are very few people who admit to having experienced any of them, and no trace of the file or link has ever been discovered. Those who claim to have seen Smile.jpg often weakly joke that they were far too busy to save a copy of the picture to their hard drive. However, all the alleged victims offered the same description of the photo, a dog-like creature usually described as appearing similar to a Siberian husky, illuminated by the flash of the camera, sits in a dim room. The only background detail that is visible being a human hand extended from the darkness near the left side of the frame. The hand is empty, but is usually described as a beckoning. Of course, most attention is given to the dog or dog creature, as some victims are more certain than others about what they claim to have seen. The muzzle of the beast is reputedly split in a wide grin, revealing two rows of very wide, very straight, very sharp, very human-looking teeth. This is, of course, not a description given immediately after viewing the picture, but rather a recollection of the victims who claim to have seen the picture endlessly, repeated in their mind's eye during the time they are in reality having epileptic fits. These fits are reported to continue indeterminately, often while the victims sleep, resulting in very vivid and disturbing nightmares. These may be treated with medication, though sometimes it is more effective than others. Mary E., I assumed, was not on effective medication. That was why, after my visit to her apartment in 2007, I sent out feelers to several folklore and urban legend orientated news groups, websites, and mailing lists, hoping to find the name of a supposed victim of Smile.jpg who felt more interested in talking about his experiences. For a time, nothing happened. At length, I forgot completely about my pursuit. Since I had begun my freshman year of college, I was quite busy. Mary contacted me via email, however, near the beginning of March 2008. Right. Oh, my voice is going very weird. Let's see how. Whoa. Okay. We can do this.
Ow.
Oh. You okay there, buddy?
It's just my arm.
Sure. Is that a colon? I think it's a colon. I don't know grammar, so don't ask me. 2JML at ***.com from Mary E at ***.net. Wow, I can't say asterisk that many times.
Well.
Subject, last summer's interview. Dear Mr. L, I am incredibly sorry about my behaviour last summer when you came to interview me. I hope you understand that it was no fault of yours, but rather my own problems that led me to act out as I did. I realised that I could have handled the situation more decorously. However, I hope you will forgive me. At the time, I was afraid. You see, for 15 years, I've been haunted by Smile.jpg, Smile Dog comes to me in my sleep every night. I know that sounds silly, but it is true. There's no ineffable quality about my dreams. My nightmares. Hang on. Sorry, my phone turned off. Where was I? There is an ineffable quality about my dreams. My nightmares that make them completely unlike any real dreams I have ever had. I do not move and do not speak. I simply look ahead, and the only thing ahead of me is the scene from that horrible picture. I see the beckoning hand, and I see Smile.dog. It talks to me. It is not a dog, of course, though I'm not quite sure what it really is. It tells me it will leave me alone if only I do as it asks. All I must do, it says, is spread the word. That is how it phrases it demands, and I know exactly what it means. It wants me to show it to someone else. And I could. The week after my incident, I received in the mail a manila envelope with no return address. Inside was only 3.5-inch floppy diskette. Without having to check, I knew precisely what was on it.
Ow. Again.
I thought for a long time about my options. I could show it to a stranger, a co-worker. I could even show it to terrorists. As much as the idea disgusted me and what would happen then. If Smile.dog kept its word, I could sleep. Yet if I lied, what would it do? And who was to say something worse would not come for me if I did as the creature asked? So I did nothing for 15 years, though I kept the diskette hidden amongst my things. Every night for 15 years, Smile.dog has come to me in my sleep and demanded that I spread the word. For 15 years, I've stood strong, though there have been hard times. Many of my fellow victims on the BBS board, where I first encountered Smile.jpg, stopped posting. I heard some of them committed suicide, others remained completely silent, simply disappearing off the face of the web. They are the ones I worry about the most. Oof. I sincerely hope you will forgive me, Mr. L, but last summer when you contacted me and my husband about an interview, I was near the breaking point. I decided I was going to give you the floppy diskette. I did not care if Smile.dog was lying or not. I wanted it to end. You were a stranger, someone I had no connection with, and I thought I would not feel sorry when you took the diskette as part of your research and sealed your fate. Before you arrived, I realized what I was doing was plotting to ruin your life. I could not stand the thought, and in fact, I still cannot. I am ashamed of Mr. L, and I hope that this warning will dissuade you from further investigation of Smile.jpg. You may in time encounter someone who is, if not weaker than I, then wholly or wholly more depraved, someone who will not hesitate to follow Smile.dog's orders. Stop while you are still whole. Sincerely, Mary E. Okay, we're near the end.
Oof.
Terrence contacted me later that month with the news that his wife had killed herself. While cleaning up the various things she had left behind, closing email accounts, and the like, he happened upon the above message. He was a man in shambles. He wept as he told me to listen to his wife's advice. He would find the diskette, he revealed and burned it until it was nothing but a stinking pile of blackened plastic. The part that most disturbed him, however, was how the biscuit had hissed as it melted, like some sort of animal, he said. I will admit that I was a little uncertain about how to respond to this. At first, I thought perhaps it was a joke, with the couple blatantly playing with the situation in order to get a rise out of me. A quick check of several Chicago newspapers online, obituaries, yay, I can read. However, proved that Mary E. was indeed dead. There was, of course, no mention of suicide in the article. I decided that for a time at least I would not further pursue the subject of Smile.jpg, especially since I had finals coming up at the end of May. But the world has odd ways of testing us. Almost a full year after I returned from my disastrous interview with Mary E., I received another email to jml@*.com. Elsa here, 82 *.com. Don't you just love this, huh? Subject, smile. Hello, I found your email address through a mailing list. Your profile said you were interested in Smile Dog. I have saw it. It's not as bad as everyone says. I have sent it to you here, just spreading the word. The final line chilled me to the bone. According to my email client, there was one file attached called naturally Smile.jpg. I considered downloading it for some time. It was most likely a fake, I imagine, and if it weren't, I was never wholly convinced of Smile.jpg's peculiar powers. Mary E.'s account had shaken me, yes, but she was probably mentally unbalanced anyway. After all, how could a simple image do what Smile.jpg was said to accomplish? What sort of creature was it that could break one's mind with only the power of the eye? And if such things were patently observed, then why did the legend exist at all? If I downloaded the image, if I looked at it, and if Mary turned out to be correct, Smile.dog came to me in my dreams, panic. I spread the word. What would I do? Would I live my life as Mary had, fighting against the urge to give in until I died, or would I simply spread the word, eager to put to rest? And if I chose the later route, how could I do it? Who would I burden it to? If I went through my early intention to write a short article about Smile.jpg, I decided I could attach it as evidence, and anyone who read the article, anyone who took an interest, would be affected, and even assuming the Smile.jpg attached to the email was genuine, would I be capricious enough to save myself in that manner? Could I spread the word? Yes, I could. Nice. I see the image. I never actually noticed that hand, though.
What? You never noticed the hand?
Yeah, I never noticed it.
Seriously?
It kind of blends in with the background.
I guess it does, but...
I always looked at the dog.
It's because the dog's the main part. You don't look at the other details.
No, but this... You know how some other Smile dog images, it's like a dog with floppy ears that isn't, and the teeth don't really look human. This image, the teeth actually does look kind of human. The teeth does. That's interesting.
Okay.
Not very. Okay. Should we do some short stories now that one was very long?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, let's go on Google.
Okay. Alright, so...
What's up? Just trying to make sure my phone doesn't turn off again.
Short horror stories. Huh.
Right.
30 short horror stories to you chill.
No, I'm going on images because those make the horror stories shorter. Right, you ready?
Yeah, you going from the top?
Yeah, lights in the distance. A young man suffering from insomnia was trying to fall asleep on a night. One night. It says on night, but it's meant to see one night. After many minutes, he was still awake. As it got more and more late, he turned on his side and looked out the window, noticing two street lights. In the distance, he rested his eyes on them and soon fell asleep. The next night, he found himself once again kept awake by his sleep disorder. Remembering the remedy, he tried the window for the two street lights. He found them and once again fell asleep peacefully. The next night, his sleeping troubles were back. He simply looked out the window for the street lights and rested his eyes on them. Oof. Pardon me. Tonight they were flickering every few seconds. It seemed that the bulbs would soon burn out, and his eyes began to fall shut. The lights finally burnt out. He woke up in the morning refreshed. As he got up, he looked out the window towards the street lights, hoping someone would come to pick them. However, as he looked, he noticed something odd. There weren't street lights there. He leaned closer to the window to double check, but still the street lights were nowhere to be found. Then he looked down, noticed small claw marks on the window, still as if something was perching there. His insomnia got worse. Lovely.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
They love to eat fingers. That is what my mum told me. I should have obeyed her. I should have not gone outside to play. I got lost and couldn't find my way back. It was getting dark, so I found this empty trunk and went inside it. I fell asleep. I woke up about 1 hour later, scared because it was not a dream. It was happening. It was really happening. I was lost in the forest, alone. I was cold and shaking, and then I started hearing noises. They were really loud screams. They sounded like a high-pitched scream, like one that cats make when they're scared. It was insane. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was getting closer to where I was. Closer and closer it got. The scream would get louder and louder, and then it stopped. No noises were heard for about 15 minutes. Then it began again. But it wasn't just one, it was a dozen. All over the forest, walking around. I could hear their loud footsteps on the ground. They would pass behind the tree I was hiding inside of. I could hear them running on the distance and yelling even louder when they ran. One of those things passed in front of the trunk. All I could see were two humongous feet. They were almost completely flat, and their tails were burning red. They were ashes, glowing in the dark. The noises stopped. I started crying. I was scared. All I remember after that is that it pulled my arm. I will never be able to write again. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Amazing. I got a really short one.
Okay, nice.
I let my little girl's brother
Ooh.
I let my little girl fun. I let my little girl sleep with me at night. I still like to snuggle with her despite the increasingly pungent smell of her rotting flesh.
Oof. I have one.
Nice.
I had 2 daughters. My oldest was so sweet and intelligent and had a promising future. That was before she was abducted and murdered sometime. Sometimes I wish they took my youngest. That's really short. And I don't
I got
really
another really short one.
Okay.
I enter the empty elevator and push the button from my floor. As the doors close, I feel a hand cover my mouth. Fabulous, darling. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone.
Oof. I looked in my rearview mirror and saw my best friend sitting in the back seat. She passed away 7 years ago in a car crash. Oof. Alright.
Hang on, pause the audio.
Okay. Gotta make this one good. Let's see. Ooh.
Are you going first?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find one. Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh. I found one. It's short. Pretty short. I hear my son scream, so I rush upstairs to comfort him back to sleep. He doesn't believe me when I say everything is okay. Perhaps because he sees the creature that followed me in his room. Wow.
Here, kitty. You're sleeping soundly in bed when suddenly you are awakened by the sound of a bell jingling. You realise it's the bell on your cat's collar. The jingling stops, so you lay back down and go back to sleep. You are just about to fall asleep when you hear the jingling again. You get out of bed, annoyed, and begin to walk down the hall to get your cat and put him in bed with you so you can sleep. You stop halfway down the hall and gently clap your hands. Here, kitty, come here. You call out to him, but he doesn't come, and the jingling continues. You're about to call out again when you remember that your cat died 3 weeks ago. All of a sudden, you see a small object fly from the darkness in front of you, and it lands in front of your feet. You look down and see your cat's collar.
Oof.
Okay, you wanna say bye-bye now?
Alright, hasta la vista, my dudes.